Alright guys, so as I promised you, I'm going to do a couple problems of the homework for you guys. So hopefully you guys will remember how to do this. So if we look at the first one, on number 17, it's 9 plus 12 minus 15. So on all of these, and I would actually probably write it every time or just one time on the very top of your paper, PEMDAS. Alright, remember that. Because that is the order of operations there. That's what we need to remember and think. So on this first one, 9 plus 12 minus 15. Well, they said 9 plus 12 minus 15 equals 21 minus 15. So they basically did 9 plus 12 first, and they turned that into 21. And on 21 minus 15 equals 6. So let's try that on number 18. So I'm going to check. Do I have any parentheses? No. Do I have any? And I can mark it off as I go, right? Do I have any exponents? No. Do I have multiplication or division? No. Do I have adding or subtraction? I do. But which one comes first? Over here, it says S is the second thing, right? But remember, adding and subtraction, it's whichever shows up first, left to right. So which one's left to right? I'm going to underline it, so I know I'm doing that first. We'll have 22 minus 17. And when I work that out, I get 5, right? And I'm going to bring down the rest of my... It's a little big for me. Bring down the rest of my equation. So I have 5. Now I have... The rest was plus 8, right? That's what's left over. And now when I answer that question, 5 plus 8, well, that's just 13. I'm done with my answer. Remember, your answer should look like almost like a carrot at the end, right? So if you're doing a carrot, you're right. This is how you show your work. So our first answer is 13. If you go to the assignment, I'm going to show you guys this right now. 1 second. You're going to see on the slide that there is a spot for you to type in your answer. So just click here to type your answer. So we got 13, right? So I'm just going to go here, highlight all this fun stuff, and write 13. That's all you have to do. You don't need to write the rest of it. I'm not making you guys do that. Just write your answer right here. And keep it in red so that we know that this is your answer and that you actually type something in. All right, that is number 18. All right, I'll work out 22 and 24 for you guys. So 22 says 22 divided by 2 times 3 squared, right? So remember PEMDAS. Do I have, I'm going to write it out again, PEMDAS. So, oh, you guys can't see where I wrote it. Sorry. So PEMDAS, got it right here, right? I'm going to erase all this fun stuff. So I have parentheses. I don't. You don't need to cross it out, but I'm going to do it. Do I have exponents? I do, right? And it's right here. So if I have 3 to the second power, that means 3 times 3, not 3 times 2. And I get 9, right? All right, so I'm going to rewrite the rest of my problem. Make sure it all comes down with me. 0, 2, 4, 7. Oh, that didn't work. There's a way to make a division sign. I didn't do it. 1 second. So to make a division sign on a computer, you actually, because there isn't one handy unless you have a 10 key, you actually have to hit Alt 2, 4, 7, and it turns into a division sign, or it's supposed to. Well, that's not working for me. I think it's because I'm in video. 1 second. It's not working for me, so I'm just going to draw myself a division sign. All right. So this is division, right? 22 divided by, and I got rid of this, but I have 2 times 9. So now let's go back to PEMDAS. Do I have exponents? No. Do I have multiplication or division? I do. Which one shows up first? Well, division does. So I'm doing this next. 22 divided by 2 is 11. I bring down the rest of my equation, times 9. Now I have 11 times 9, which equals 99, right? And again, if you go back to your PowerPoint or your Google slide, I'm just going to double click in this box and highlight all these words if I want, right? I'm just clicking in here. Notice I'm clicking, and then I'm clicking on the word, and I'm clicking again until all of the words are highlighted. And then I'm going to put my answer, which was 99. That's all you got to do. Okay. All right, last but not least, we got number 24 here. And of course, I left myself the funnest one to do, right? What I am going to do first is think of PEMDAS, right? So I'm going to write it again, even though I've written it several times already. I'm writing it just so I remember. I need to do this first. It's my little checklist. So let's look. Do I have it in parentheses? I do. So I need to do that first. So I'm going to highlight it or underline it so I know I'm working on that first. And now I think 25 times 2, what is that? That's just 50, isn't it? You know, I'm going to need more room, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so I got 50 here. And then I'm going to bring everything else back down. So, oh man, I got to write again. All right, so we got 96 divided by 4 to the 6th power, right? Let me see, 96. I'm going to have to draw my little divided by. Oh man, he's not pretty. All right, 4 to the 6th power. And what was the sign here? It was plus 50 minus 15 minus 3. And isn't it so tempting to just do 50 minus 3? Oh, it's easy. But that's not how it works out, guys. We have to do it in order still. All right, so next one. Do I have any more parentheses? I don't. So I'm going to cross out parentheses. I'm done with them. Do I have any exponents? I do, because I have 4 to the 6th power, right? I'm actually glad I double checked. This is actually 2nd power, so I apologize for confusing you guys. This is a 2. So this is supposed to be a 2 here, not a 6. But I still need to do that first. So 4 to the 2nd power, that means 4 times 4, which equals 16, right? So I'm done with that. I'm going to bring everything out back down. 96 divided by 16 plus 50 minus 15 minus 3. Okay, so now, do I have any more exponents? I don't, so I'm going to cross this off. And I'm going to go back. Do I have any multiplication or division? Remember, these are the same, so whichever shows up first. Well, this one shows up first, so I'm doing that first. 96 divided by 16. And 96 divided by 15 it's 6. And I actually didn't know that off the top of my head. I'm not going to lie, I cheated. I used a calculator to figure that one out. I'm going to write that down. So I have 6. And then write the rest of my equation out. So I have plus 50 minus 15. Oh dear. What happened here? Sorry, guys. Let me try that again. So I have 6 plus 50 minus 15 minus 3. Okay, so that's my equation, right? If I'm writing everything out, here it's matched up like this. So now we got to do the next one. Do I have multiplication or division? I don't. Do I have add and subtraction? I do. So I'm going to do this in order. So what's 6 plus 50? That's just 56. And then I'm going to subtract 15 minus 3, right? So we're just going to keep working that out. So let's keep going. 56 minus 15. Subtract 6 from 5, so I get 1, and 5 minus 1 is 4. So I should have 41. And I'm left with minus 3, right? And hopefully at this point, you guys can figure out the rest on your own. That was number 24. That was a tough one, right? That was so many steps here. All right, 25 says the admission to a circus is $16 for adults, $8 for children. So write an expression to find the total cost of 3 adult tickets and 8 children's tickets. So we know each adult ticket is $16, right? There's 3 of them, so that means I'm going to say 3 times 16, right, to figure out my adults. But I also have to add that to how many children tickets are there? Well, they're $8 each, so $8. And that is times $8 for children, right? Next question, 3 adults and 8 children. And there are 8 of them. Oops. So this is how I write my expression, right? There's 3 times 16, and then I need to add it, because it's 3 adults at $16 each. I need to add it to 8 children at $8 each. Remember PEMDAS when you're solving this. All right, 26. Addison is making caramel apples. She has 2.5 bags of apples. 1 full bag has 8 apples, and each apple weighs 5 ounces. Write an expression that can be used to find the total number of ounces of apples Addison has. Then find the total number of ounces. All right, go ahead and try that one on your own, guys. So remember, when it says there's 8 apples and each apple weighs 5 ounces, that means how many ounces are in 1 bag? Think of that. That's kind of a key sentence right here. Well, can you do it? One full bag has 8 apples, and each apple weighs 5 ounces. So that means one bag would weigh whatever 8 times 5 is, right? 40 ounces. And we're trying to figure that out times 2.5, right? So hopefully you guys can figure that one out. If you don't, that's a chance for you to ask one of your teachers. 27 says, Kaylee wants to buy 4 pencils and 3 notebooks. Well, we know the prices are right here. Which of the following represents the total cost? Select all that apply. So if she wants to buy 4 pencils, then they're 50 cents each, and 3 notebooks that are $2.25 each, which one of these would represent total cost? Well, that means 4 times 50 cents, right? Plus 3 times $2.25. So I know this is the right answer. Oh no, I can't write. And actually, in your homework, if you go to the textbook, notice it says click in the boxes below to answer. So we were on this one, and we said X. That is one of our answer choices, right? The other one says 7 times 50 cents plus $2.25. Would that work out to be the same thing? It's for you to tell me, not me to tell you. $8.75 or $19.25. So maybe you work it out and figure out if these are right. I give you one answer choice already. All right, number 28. It says Denzel has 3 2/5 boxes of party favors. One full box contains 15 bags of favors, and each bag has 3 favors in it. In addition to this, he has 7 extra party favors that are not in bags or boxes. Select the correct operations to model a numerical expression for the total number of party favors. How many party favors does Denzel have in total? So this is like super tricky with all the wording, but it basically says he has 3 2/5 boxes of party favors, right? So he has a box of party favors, and each box has 15 bags of favors. And inside each bag, there's 3 favors in it, right? So that means he has 3 2/5 box. I would multiply that by 15, and to figure out like how many favors, if there's 15 bags and there's 3 favors in each, how many would I have? A lot of you figured out 45, right? And I did that by multiplying here. And at the end, it says, in addition to this, he has 7 extra party favors that are not in bags. So what would you do on that one? We're just going to add 7 more, right? So basically gave this one away to you guys, but you still have to solve it for this last part, which you put right here. So good luck on that. I'm actually going to write the plus sign for you. This is your equation. You got to solve it though. Remember, when you're multiplying a mixed number like this, you need to turn it into an improper fraction. So 5 times 3 plus 2. 15 plus 2 is 17. 17 over 5 times 15. Work it out. It takes a while, but you'll get there. All right, that's enough of my math video helps. If you have questions, please join a Zoom, ask a teacher. Good luck.